Hang on.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. This is all starting to really make sense now. Hang about. I know you're not supposed to ask women, but how old are you? I'll take this clip and you can just send it as your CV. You've just gone through every single year. You're a nice person. Man, I didn't know that about you.
I'm not joking, right? If you ask any of my mates, they'd say, third date in, I was like, I'm marrying him. He can pick me up with one arm.
Yeah.
Because obviously I was like really fit then.
Yeah.
So in 5 years, Baby Dinosaurs will be a franchise. I'll say, this is what I've learned from. Don't make the mistakes I did. But this is how you do it better.
Oh, I suppose I have to be a bit professional, do I now, and introduce you and stuff. It's weird because in fact, I think this is better though talking to people you already know.
Yeah.
Because it is just like having a chat.
And then I started working for the BBC, working with kids
Hang
at
on.
risk. Yeah.
I didn't know this. This is all starting to really make sense now.
So I work with at this point when I was teaching, I was teaching in quite an underprivileged area.
Yeah.
But it was.
Is it Manchester?
Yeah.
So you're from Manchester, yeah.
So I was teaching there, and the kids, I'm not joking, I had one of the best boy teams ever.
Yeah.
So much so that some of the boys are now on TV and all that sort of
Wow.
stuff. It's just mega. But that started
nice.
up with my old dance teacher. She started training them, then I trained them a bit, and then they went to college.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is pretty mega. But then I started doing workshops for the BBC, a couple of them, which basically I went to big locations, and then kids that couldn't afford to do dance lessons would come, and then I'd teach them and we'd do stuff. And then I took the teams and we went to Blackpool, and you know, like, I was really bad now, forgotten the name of the big dance place in Blackpool.
No idea.
This is just what happens to me. I just forget. But went there and we came second. Like, we did really good.
That is really ace.
Good. And then I went into, to be honest though, it was always up and down money. It was never a regular income.
Yeah.
Wanted to move out, get my own place and all that sort of stuff. So then I started working at a nursery part-time. Then decided actually nannying was better.
So you was a nanny?
So I was a nanny.
What, like going into people's houses and...
No, just one family.
One
family. So I looked after one family for 9 years, part-time. But I absolutely fell in love with a family who are now very close to me. And the little girl, she was 6 when I first started. She's has Down syndrome.
Right.
So it was more of a full-time job. And I got so involved in everything that she did that I just let it take over, and then I stopped teaching.
And you did that for 9 years?
Yeah, and then I was nannying part-time while she was at school hours.
Yeah.
And then I went in and did my degree, teaching degree.
Teaching what? A specific?
School, yeah.
What?
School.
So you're a qualified teacher?
Well, I've got to do my PGCE, but yeah, pretty much you just,
What?
And then, and then.
Hang about. I know you're not supposed to ask women, but how old are you?
I know.
How old are you though?
32.
So you're a year younger than me, you've done all that.
I know.
I have been dicking about.
You've been messing around,
I have.
You need to be
I have been
messing
pissing about. I've only just figured out what to start living my life when I got to about 30.
It is mad. But I don't know, I've just always been career driven. Like, I've always wanted to keep training and be better.
Yeah.
But before I did my degree, I did TAing. And then I was working in youth centres. I've always worked with kids.
Yeah.
Always worked with.
This makes so much sense now.
This is why I do all the donation stuff.
Yeah. Or if you're looking now, that, by the way, if you ever need to go and get like a real job, like working for somebody else, I mean, I'll take this clip and you can just send it as your CV. You've just gone through every single year. But can you explain that gap in 2011 between March and November?
Oh yeah, when I had kids and then I was like, stay at home, chilling out.
So you could do that. But yeah, this is making loads of sense now because like almost everything you've ever done is basically helping other people.
Yeah, I suppose.
And that's now obviously the biggest thing you do now is all driven towards helping people. You're a nice person.
Thanks, mate.
Man, I didn't know that about you.
I know. I don't know. I've just always, and I just think, and I'll bring the girls up exactly the same, is just be a nice person.
Oh.
Just be a nice person. Just be kind to other people. And even if you don't really want to, and they're a bit of a tool, just don't say anything.
Yeah.
Just think, okay, that you're just not for me.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah,
I can't get
exactly.
on with everybody.
As a parent, if your kid grows up and they're nice, you've won. Don't matter after that. No. It don't really anything else to me. Just don't matter. It's just like as long as people say, "Oh, that Corbin, he's all right, isn't he? He's a nice lad." Like that's it. I've won. If people say that about my kid, he's won. Like he'll probably go on to be a famous actor or something, Corbin, I reckon. But
I do.
Even so, I don't even care. Working local errand or like just a normal everyday job, like the jobs I've been pissing about at while you've been dominating world. So you've done all that. You were TAing for a bit then, and then you were stay-at-home mum for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. And just to be fair, I just enjoyed Scarlett. We moved up here, didn't we? So from Manchester. Yeah. From Manchester. Roger's originally from round here. So I met him in a club. Yeah, I met Roger in a club. And then we moved up here. So
what? Straight after the club.
Straight after the club, I was like, you. I'm not joking, right? If you ask any of my mates, they'd say, third date in, I was like, I'm marrying him. Yeah. I'm having him. He's for me, that lad. Yeah. He's for me.
That's really weird. I think we are more similar than we realise because I've said the story many times on our YouTube channel about when me and DONETTA first met, I was like, immediately I thought, right, that's it, that's done deal.
No, I did.
And that was before I'd even spoke to her.
Roger picked me up.
Did he?
And spun me round. I'd not even had a drink.
And you were like, that's it, I'm done.
For me.
Yeah.
He ticks every single box. He can pick me up with one arm. Yeah. Because obviously I was like really fit then.
Yeah.
Back in the day before kids.
Well, we all get older.
I'm flumpier.
I like to think I'm getting better with age. I feel better. Or maybe I feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like we were just saying just before we started this and that, I'm like, I get up in the morning and I put my hat on and that's it. And I just think, I'm cool with that. I just don't care.
Yeah,
I know it's a lot different. It's a lot different for women. Yeah, definitely. Well, I live with 3 of them, soon to be 4, so I know all there is to know about women, pretty much.
Makeup.
I know as much as what a man could possibly know. Definitely. So quite a big question as we come towards the last few minutes. What next? So you start up Baby Dinosaurs, you've got this kids market, you've got people that you're selling out all the stalls, you're getting several hundred people coming in to buy stuff, and then you're doing a masquerade ball, and then you're helping out with the children's wing at Scunthorpe Hospital, helping out designing that. You're doing all these other sorts of stuff. What's next? Do you see that? Where do you see this expand? Like one of them cliche questions, like in 5 years, kind of what do you possibly see happening?
So in 5 years, Baby Dinosaurs will be a franchise, and it will be across the UK. And
yes, that's what I wanted you to say.
Yes. And it will have a package where it won't just be, here's franchise, crack on, enjoy yourself. Yeah. Because it isn't easy. No. Setting up a market isn't easy. And what makes it hard is the advertising, is getting the people there. Like, Epworth Market, we've got 366 there. That was massive. I've had loads of people say, I went to this market and no one turned up. And they said, it's all in the advertising. It's the hours you put in. It's the networking that you do. There's so much behind it. Yeah. But when I want to do the franchise and I want people on board, I want them to be and believe in what they do. So I want every franchise in, across the UK in every city did a toy appeal, did an Easter egg appeal, did a charity event once a year, but did the markets in between. That's my goal. Is that I can help people around me here, but if I can get people on board to believe in what the franchise is, but support them, so give them training courses. I'll go to the first market. I'll say, this is what I've learned from. Don't make the mistakes I did, but this is how you do it better. Have social media stuff where they can connect with other franchises and say, what about this? Sort out, getting all the franchises together. Right, we're all going to go away for the weekend. We're going to have a bit of a bonding session, but we're also going to talk about the pros and what's happened that's amazing. And actually, there was a few things that weren't that great. We can discuss it and make it better. I don't just want it to be a franchise that goes, there you go, see you later. I want to be more than that. And
well, because every franchise leads back to you, doesn't it?
Yeah,
if one
it's
of
my
them starts
name.
being shite and someone on it, especially with the power of the internet, someone
Yeah.
starts going, that Baby Dinosaurs in
No.
London is shite. And it's like, whoa, hang fire.
No,
It shouldn't
no.
be, because all ones up
Yeah.
here aren't.
Because exactly. So that's how I want to do it. And that's where I will definitely be in 5 years.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
you will as well.
And I'll make
Like,
sure of it.
I'll probably still be podcasting.
Yeah, but we're famous people.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
Guess who I've got on today?
No, because I tell you what, I've been asked by that.
Victoria Beckham, talking about fashion.
Imagine that. I'm more of a David
Not that she
fan,
talks
but
like
yeah. No, I was asked about that actually because I've done an exclusive episode with Jeff. It was to serve the purpose of being a test.
Yeah.
To get used to all this and doing all the gear and stuff, as well as we spoke about what we wanted from the podcast. So we're not going to release it for months to then release it and go, look, this is what we said before any of this even started. Yeah, and he asked the same question. He was like, what level of guest kind of thing would you be like sat there thinking, I can't believe I've got this person on? And I'm like,
is that how you feel right now?
Yeah.
But
it genuinely is. But no, but like you, it's like, like because I had this idea, I'm then like, but what if no one bought into it? What if everyone's like, why would I come and talk to you, you prick? Like, can you imagine that though? But had I not done all the David and DONETTA stuff previously and met you and met everybody else, I'm gonna get people on. But it ain't about. Like, I'm going to, by the time this one goes out, I've probably, because I don't know what order they're all going out in, but I've probably spoken to Michaela, who's got 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is absolutely phenomenal and amazing. But then in another couple of weeks, I might be talking to somebody who's from my village, who doesn't even do social media. So it's not about that and like the level of guest, because he actually asked me who my ultimate favourite guest would be. I think you'll be surprised. I'm not going to say it.
Don't say it.
And I'm not. Build anticipation. But I don't think many people at all would ever guess. I'll tell you what it is after.
All right, okay.
The question that everybody gets asked is, you're Lisa Hensby. Do you have a middle name? Michelle. Right, so you've got to change your name now, officially.
Right.
For the rest of your life, you've got to live with this.
Right.
What are you changing it to?
Oh, God. Oh.
When you was a little girl, because I know...
Should I tell you?
Yeah, you must have had a name that you wanted to be.
All right, so I was a bit wild, me, back in the day.
Right.
Back in the day. So before me and Roger, that's why we got on so well, because we were proper party animals.
Yeah, I've seen on Facebook.
Oh, no, you've not looked that. Oh, jeez. Well, when I used to go out with the girls, I used to call myself Sabrina.
You used to tell people your name was Sabrina that didn't know you while you were out, like in real life?
Yeah, because I don't know why I did this. And they used to go, what's your name? And I'd just go, Sabrina.
Because you like Sabrina Teenage Witch.
Yeah, and then they'd go, oh. And if it was a really like hot lad, he'd be like, oh, like Sabrina, like the Teenage Witch. And I'd be like, oh, yeah. And it'd start up a conversation.
Serious?
And it'd be like, icebreaker. Honestly,
so hang about. So we're talking what? We're talking early 2000, the noughties into the teens or whatever they are. I don't know. Let's say 2011ish. Yeah. 2010ish. You're in the club. Some hot guy walks up to you and he goes, hey. So what's your name? Yeah, it is American. Hey, like, how you doing? Like Joey, our friends, and you're like, I'm all right, my name's Sabrina.
I know.
And he's like, oh, like the Teenage Witch.
I swear to God, if I could have done a tally chart of how many lads had said like that.
Be careful what you're about to say. Yeah? A tally chart of all the lads.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm not cutting that out. I'm sorry, it's too funny. So you went round calling yourself Sabrina.
Because obviously, you know, I was
a dancer,
cool wasn't I? You know, so I had a dancer's physique.
Yeah.
Oh.
I won't lie.
So, yeah.
I have definitely not changed my name, but I've definitely told girls in my younger days that I was like a low-level like footballer.
Or a doctor.
Oh, no, never a doctor.
Did you not?
I'm just not smart enough for doctor. But no, footballer, because I actually was a footballer, but only like normal Sunday, Saturday league stuff. Like nothing special. But I definitely remember going round. One of my friend's brothers, I think, went to Loughborough. Is he university in Loughborough? Wherever. I'd never been there before anyway. Went all the way there, went on a night out. Obviously, like, I'm talking how we were like 18 or whatever. Definitely remember telling somebody that I were a footballer and I went like youth academy because only young for like Nottingham Forest or something, just like somewhere that were nowhere near there or whatever. So yeah. So now you're changing your name. Yeah. Let's go Sabrina.
So I would say it back to Sabrina because it brings
what
back
about
some
middle
fun
name?
memories. Oh, Sabrina. Oh gosh.
What's your maiden name?
Darman.
Darman.
All
right. Sabrina Darman. Yeah. Sabrina Hensby does actually sound quite cool. Yeah. I could see some guys going, "Oh yeah, I like your name."
Oh, I like it. Oh, I like your name and your voice.
if any men come up and talk to you like that in the club, I'd be going, "Well, I don't like you."
I know. I don't like
you. Creep.
I wouldn't have a middle name because I'd want Sabrina to be such an impact of, oh wow.
Branding.
She's just mega isn't she?
It wasn't a thought back then because I didn't know what blogging and vlogging was. But now thinking back, Corbin being called Corbin is fantastic because he can get away. You know, like you've got Adele. Like, all you have to say is Adele and everyone knows who Adele is. Yeah. Like things like that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
true.
Corbin he could have his own brand because the way the world's going, personal branding's probably going to be even bigger in 10 years. Corbin, like there's not many Corbins about, if any.
I don't know any. Way. Sounds really good, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this has been another episode and a great episode. I've really enjoyed this of That David podcast with Sabrina Hensby. Businesswoman extraordinaire. No, her real name is Lisa. Just in case, can you imagine someone tuning in, fast forwarding a bit like that bit's boring, Sabrina, who's fucking Sabrina? Yeah, and that's been it. That's been fantastic. I've really, really enjoyed that. Thank you to everybody listening, watching, all the rest of it. Where can we find? Where's your cup?
Okay, my cup
Where's
is
your
here.
mug?
Dun, dun, dun.
So again, like everybody, you get a mug. babydinosaurs.co.uk.
Yeah, that's got everything on.
Baby Dinosaurs 1 on Instagram.
Yeah.
And Baby Dinosaurs Kids on Facebook.
Yes.
You type in Baby Dinosaurs Kids Market on Google, the lot will come up. All the descriptions will be in the, I think they call them show notes, podcast notes, I don't know. If you're watching on YouTube, they'll just be down there in the description box. Like that seems much more natural to say.
Down there.
Yeah, and obviously you can get me on at thatdavidpodcast on Instagram and YouTube. I'm not really bothered about anywhere else. I think I'm on Facebook, but yeah, just get me on Instagram. And that's that. Anything else you'd like to add before you go?
Thank you. That was really good fun, mate.
Good.
It was really good.
Thank you. See you in a bit.
Thank you.
That was great, wasn't it?